Sports to the Bone family, we are back at it again. Yes, man. So, based on when I am recording this, West Indies and South Africa, they are gearing up to almost take the field. Yeah, man, they're going to be doing battle in the third and final T20 game. And I just want to give you my playing 11, batting order, and keys to victory. Yes, playing 11, batting order, and keys to victory. If you were on the live show that we did last night, you probably would have heard the one or so change that I am going to be making. But we're going to talk about it a little bit still. And a couple of things that we need to do to see if we can seal off this victory here. We're also going to take a look at a T20 game that was played yesterday between England and Pakistan. We know it is pretty close to the World Cup, so the teams are gearing up, everybody, getting themselves together. And one thing that, happened, we saw Jaffa Archer returning. He returning to international cricket, bowled well, was extremely quick. Yeah, man, he picked up a couple of wickets against Pakistan. It was not even only the wickets, he was bowling with some good pace. So we're going to talk about that. Also, give a listening ear until the end. The subscribe button is there. If you want to become a part of the family, you can hit that subscribe button. All right, so it's the final game of the series. West Indies, we have already won the series. So we are looking to wrap it up with a clean sweep, right? We're looking to sweep them. So, we want to make sure that we test everything that we wanted to test. We want to make sure that when we're coming into the series, the things that we thought we wanted to see, we want to make sure that at the end, we would have seen all of that. But going in, I'm going to go Brandon King and Johnson Charles. These are the two guys that I am expecting to open. I'm expecting them to open in the World Cup. So Brandon King and Johnson Charles. Johnson Charles has done some good work leading up to this. I see where quite a few people, they are ready to take him out and put in Kyle Mayers. People all start identifying the flaws and how he gets out and all of that. This is something that we all knew before. But my thing is this, he battled for that spot. He did the work to get to the spot. One thing, people will say that I am biased. But what I will say is this. Johnson Charles did the work, so he needs to get the opportunity. It's just a couple weeks ago he scored, I think it was against South Africa, he actually got a century. Not saying that you want to go into the World Cup and play all games and nothing. But, we hope that he will come good today. I saw last night where a few people were saying that he's going to score a half century or a century. I can't tell you that that's going to happen if he plays. But what I will say is that, he needs to be given the opportunity to get it right because he did the work to be there. Brandon King goes without saying, he's a standing captain. We're hoping that he will continue this vein of form. Hoping that he will get us off to a good start in today's game. Kyle Mayers at number 3. Yesterday he made 32 batting at 3, but I'm still not going with it at all. You must be wondering what is wrong with me and not having Mayers at 3. I just don't like the idea of Fletcher batting at what's that, 5 or 6, and then Kyle Mayers batting at number 3. I don't think if the ball starts to slope, I think Kyle Mayers probably will handle it better than Fletcher down there. So if we're gonna have those two guys, I rather to have Fletcher at 3. And why I'm still playing both of them is I don't even know if this make any sense because the deadline for reserve players I think was yesterday. But my thinking was that, we want to be able to say, all right, I want to choose this one, so let's give both of them enough opportunity for the reserve, to prove themselves. So, we're going with Fletcher there. And then we have Ruston Chase, Kyle Mayers, Romario Shepherd. This is where I do a little bit of change. Going to rotate out Fabian Allen, bring in Jason Holder, Akil Hussein, Gudikish Moti, Shamar Joseph. Right, I think that is the playing 11 there. The thing with Fabian Allen is I have already said it. We have a couple of left arm spinners there already. And Jason Holder is in the World Cup squad. You might need to call upon him, so you definitely want to get him playing at least one of these things. He's probably going to play against Australia, but I would want to get him into this team here to into this game. So it was actually on the live show that Jaden suggested this, and I decided that I would work with this. Rotate out Fabian and put in Jason Holder, and once he gets in, it's obvious he's gonna be helping out with the power play, and then we take it from there. So that is basically how it is looking, my viewers and subscribers. That's my playing 11, but in order almost the same, except we switch Fletcher and Kyle Mayers. Now, before we go, the keys to victory is they're almost always the same thing. Go out there. If we're bowling first, try to control that power play. You need to pick up 1 or 2 wickets in the power play. Usually, when you pick up wickets in the power play, you tend to slow things. Well, not all the time, because some teams, they are willing to lose 1 or 2 wickets in the power play and get upward of 60 or 70. You understand? So we still need to control the flow of runs. But if we can pick up a couple of wickets, then that give them, they will have to try and consolidate. And then they won't have that many wickets in the back end. So if we are bowling first, control the power play, give away 40 odd runs. I can work with 40 odd 50 runs, I can work with it. Ideally I want it in the 40s, but I would work with 40, not 50. Just knowing that I just saw it go. You understand? It's better than 70, 80. Obviously teams will try to go harder. But if we have a couple, at least 2 of the bowlers, operating in the power play, bowling well, it can happen. So we would do that. Control the power play. You understand? I can't say anything about the fielding. Fielding has been excellent. Continue doing that. Continue taking catches. Continue picking up the balls, firing them in on the bounce to the keeper. That is something that you can control. When you are in the outfield, you can do what you need to do. You understand? To help the team. So we go like that. In terms of the bowling, Brandon King just need to continue rotating his bowlers. Make sure that he's reading the situation at the time, and make sure that everything is going in order where that is concerned. Batting wise, it would be nice to see King carry it a little longer. But what I have explained is that what I was explaining last night on the live show is that usually King is batting with somebody that would go hard. You understand? Whether it is Johnson Charles or Kyle Mayers, they would try and go at the bowling for 6-7 overs, probably get out. At that time, King would be doing his thing and he would be batting going up to over number 14, 15, somewhere thereabout. But you find that when his partner gets out, whenever the partner gets out, he will have to switch over and play that role. So it would be nice to see that if it's Charles opening, he goes out there and give us something solid. And, we see the King batting a little longer. That is how I'm looking at it. Raston Chase once again looking for the same sort of effectiveness from him. And, the bowlers, I spoke about them not giving away too many runs in the power play. You understand? That is the area that we need to work on the most. But, all in all, the keys to victory, almost the same thing. If we're batting first, we always have to score, aim for 200. To be safe, I always say 195, but 200. We are making 200 with regular now, on a regular now. So I shouldn't be saying, boy, 180, 185. No, I said 200, man. Depending on how the pitch is looking. If we're bowling first, if you can restrict them for, 175 is my favorite number when it comes down to restricting teams. in T20. If you can restrict them for anything or bowl them out for anything under 180, our batsmen should be able to chase it down once we get off to a good start. If we're batting first, we're looking to get upwards of 60 in the power play. If we lose 1 wicket, we just work with it. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this one, my people. We're going to leave it right here. So for now, big up on yourself. Stay safe.